Stand-up comedians are the hardest working people out there, and over the course of this brief video, I will prove it to you using the examples of Burr, Trevor Noah, and Kevin Hart. Welcome to the TohirT channel. My name is TohirT, and today we're talking about how I draw inspiration from all of the stand-up comedians when it comes to my business or creative projects. Let's do this. If a bunch of my videos about hard work, hustle, the importance of perseverance were not a dead giveaway, I'm really into this topic. I really enjoy watching the individuals who perform and stay at it and fight through any kind of challenge that they face on their path towards that glory, towards whatever they define as a success. And there's no better industry or no better profession than stand-up comedy in exemplifying the need for that perseverance, for that dedication, for that continuous hard work, no matter the obstacles in front of you. After all, when it comes to all the stand-up comedians that you see out there are only a few from thousands upon thousands of people who've tried, thousands upon thousands of people who failed, who gave up. Those few individuals that you today think of as those iconic comedians had to work through every opportunity that they got their hands on. And in some cases, those were open mic nights. In some cases, those were bar mitzvahs. In some cases, those were the events that you would never think a stand-up comedian should present. But that was a chance for them to practice their skills, to gain that audience. And there's no better person than Burr to explain in his latest segment with Conan about how, at that early stage of your career, you have to roll the dice and take a chance on every opportunity that comes across your way.
When you first start out as a comedian, you basically do stand-up wherever they would let you. Like I remember a long time ago, me and this buddy of mine, Rick D'Elia, did a show at the Fisherman's Feast in the North End, and it was like an afternoon gig. He was standing in the street, and we had to go on up after that and just absolutely just bomb. Like that's like the whole first 8 years of your career is like every third gig is as bad as that.
One of my favorite sayings is luck when opportunity meets preparation. And in this case, you will never get the right opportunity or the right take at that opportunity unless you put yourself out there, until you attempt and try your luck in all different facets of what your profession is. Whether it's a business or creative, you have to put your name out there. You have to keep trying no matter that fear of failure. And you cannot expect that things will just fall in your lap. You continuously have to work for it. And when you will work for it, that's when the topic of the preparation comes.
I say enough with the chit chat, because I know from experience it won't go far and I won't get much.
The stand-up comedy is a great example where you can be that overnight success, decades in the making, and you have to continuously and repeatedly attempt at it and put yourself out there, as I mentioned in the opportunity section before. This is where my favorite example is Kevin Hart and his Plastic Cup Boys. This guy is making like what, third appearance on my channel, and for a reason. He's a hard worker, and he exemplifies to me why you have to repeatedly attempt at it and get better over time, incrementally by 1% rather than aiming to be that 100% of the time improvement every single time. Just think about the fact that Kevin Hart had to travel all over the United States with his group to continuously attempt at the smaller venues. And as they got better, as their skills and their jokes got more polished, the venues got bigger. The crowd got fuller, eventually the laughter got louder, and slowly those guys progressed to those iconic sets that you now laugh your behind off when you hear them for the first time. In this following segment, Kevin Hart does a great job breaking down how long it takes him to develop 1 hour set. Just 1 hour set of jokes that he will later on use on a tour or for his stand-up comedy special.
Random comedy clubs. You know, I think I'll go to New York first. New York has always been a home when it comes to building, putting some structure within a set that you're trying to figure out. The goal is to get out of there with just a foundation. It's not to have a complete set. I just want to get a foundation. Then I'll do a little comedy club run. I'll do a full comedy club run where I just put 2 or 3 months in. Then I'll take it to like a small theater. I'll see what my laughter feels like in the small theater, and I'll do a little run in small theaters. And then when I finally feel like it's at a point where I'm getting the laugh consistently and you don't feel like you were there for an hour, is then when I go test it out in the arena. Not till that arena sounds the way it's supposed to, do I say I'm going on tour. So sometimes it takes me about a year and 3 months.
You worked your behind off, you did everything that was possible for you to be prepared to meet that opportunity. Now you're at the top and you succeeded. What's next? Well, you kind of do the same thing over again, and you're just being pickier about the opportunities that come along your way. This is true when it comes to progressing in this life or even just staying at the top. If you stop progressing, you fall. You have to continuously push and do new things and repeat the same method and improve on it depending on all the new things that you've learned. Just look at Trevor Noah. He's my favorite example out of these stand-up comedians when it comes to what it takes for you to stay at the top. Look at that time period before the pandemic, and it makes sense from the travel perspective. He's at the top of his career. His daily show ratings keep going up. He's well recognized as a great host. He continuously sells out venues when he does those one-off major shows. His specials on Netflix are topping the streaming chart. His specials on the other platforms hit that top of the box office. So what do you do then? Well, the guy stocks his schedule Monday through Thursday by recording the daily show. Then through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, he would travel and do additional shows all over the United States, and sometimes he would go and try to sneak in international shows, and they'd be back on Monday in the office to repeat their week and start recording the daily show for the next week's segment again. This is the amount of work the guy had to do at the top of his game, and that is why they say when it comes to reaching the top, it's one type of experience. When it comes to staying at the top, it's a whole nother ballgame.
I say enough with the chit chat because I know from experience it won't go far and I won't get much.
Do you agree that the stand-up comedians are one of the hardest working people out there? Which one of the stand-up comedians makes you laugh and inspires you with their work ethic? And what other profession has a similar kind of dynamic where you have to work for hours upon days upon months to stay at the top, yet people still think that you're just having fun and really not doing anything? Share your thoughts and ideas in the section below. Clearly, I love stand-up comedy, and it's definitely not the last time I'm talking about it. I love it for the laughs and the entertainment value. I also love it for that intellectual challenge of continuously retooling and changing and updating and moving the words around and the pauses and the physical aspect of your comedy to get that joke to the perfect spot. And I also enjoy the fact that these guys are really hard working and they have to push through. There is no other secret to stand-up comedy rather than staying at it, pushing through any kind of challenges, being bad at it at the very beginning, and eventually, slowly, inch by inch, getting to that top. And well, if you're curious about other inspirational individuals, I talk about them a lot on this channel, so I'm here every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video with some of your friends. Here are a couple more videos for you to enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.